I just realized that's a very good way for YouTube not liking me. Good. We're in game. Not in game. We're getting into game. All right. Let's hit play. What we noticed yesterday with the relic side spawning here, right? No, here. Yeah, here or here, whichever one it was. They noticed it. Relic sites can still be used to complete bounties. It's probably already demonetized, to be fair. It really depends on how quickly. Who is that? Is that Warner Bros? No, it's New Line Cinema, isn't it? Whoever the rights holder is, they'll probably fucking dive on it, and it will be demonetized. It's all right. I'm streaming. Like, if I would do these streams for like ad money, I'll have to move to, I don't know, 1750, the year 1750 in, I don't know. It's not gonna do it. Anyway, so the relic sites, they do sort of they don't really count towards the religious win now, but you can use them for your bounties. So let's go. I mean, if you want to do things like this, like for the actual money, of like make good money, it's definitely possible, but that requires doing a lot of things that I don't necessarily like doing. Like, you need either to stream consistently or upload consistently, preferably both. Like, do something with the channel memberships more than just having them. Like, it's you know, it goes from hobby to work pretty quickly then. Wolf hunt. So let's think about this. I have quite a lot of thin pelts. What I wanted to do, but haven't done yet, while I put those away, is find a homestead that has tanning racks so I can tan. How do I see? Oh, I probably should pledge to the town first, right? That's gonna cost me 20? What's pledging to a town these days? Pledged. 25 silver. All right. So we'll pledge to the town. There we go. You've pledged to that cutoff, I think, because it's very snowy outside. Let's check the market for warm. Where's the market? It's not the market. There's the market. For warm clothes, if there is any. Let's minimize that. Warm clothes. Rare metals. Ooh, rare metals. Foxhole vibes. There are no linen, animal fat, thin leather. He wants one, but to fulfill it, he's paying silver per thin leather, which is fine. But again, then I need a homestead that has tanning racks, and those are only outside homesteads, aren't they? I think. But if I do that, and it's a reasonable price, would be good. Yeah. So this is the smithing one, I guess. Let's have a look around. Yeah, this is the smithing homestead. How do we check the nearby structures thing? Let's make sure that we're not freezing to death, so we'll just stand inside real quick. There we go. Options, keybind, move back, climb, guard, it's right mouse button, sprint, rotate camera, middle mouse, rotate left, left, alt left, control left, right mouse button to aim, yes, reload is R, upgrade is U, huh. Disable snapping H, fair, guess. Use nearby, shift E, okay, so shift E. No. Okay, options, use nearby, inspect, Z. Oh, that's the alt, what used to be the left alt, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I can just redo that. And then options, drop or open gate V, enter text chat, enter map, center map, arm, secondary, alt, push, G, push to talk. Yeah, that's good. Toggle voice chat, and, well, fine. Toggle house screen and toggle march mode. March mode is great if you're moving in a group. So I wanna. Oh, that's used nearby. Oh, that's where it is. Okay. That's a homestead. How can I see? Oh, that's the rent access. Okay. And how can I see what is available inside it? So I keep losing my mouse cursor. So it will take 1 silver, but it's in the patch notes, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Pre-alpha release notes. Bug fixes, other changes, equipment, combat, item exchange, rental. Now include a rental access option to indicate whether they are available for rent. Players can view nearby rentable structures by holding Alt. I suppose I can't rent anything here then? Okay, let's test this out first. So we'll go to one that I assume is going to be rentable. This doesn't show me. I mean, I don't think Alt is even bound. Alt plus left mouse. Huh. So, rental visibility is... Structures now include a rental access option to indicate whether they are available for rent. Structures now include house status. This is so confusing. Like, the whole rental thing is meant to make things easier. But I'm not seeing it. So I can't get in. I can't get in. Yeah, Alt doesn't do anything. Claim for house, rent access. I don't want to rent access. Because I need to know first what I can use. But, like, Alt is not showing me anything. Which it should. So I am of the confusion type today. I can ask in chat, but I really want to figure this out. Like, let's call it naturally. Right? That's fine. Let's grab some fiber. I mean, I can kill some wolves, but yeah, alt doesn't show me anything. This is very highly frustrating. Why?
Hello there, were you saying something?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Just looking around.
Yes.
Alt. No, alt doesn't do anything. This is so annoying. This is absolutely, at least not working the way I think it should work. Or no, that's not, maybe not the correct word. It's not working how I envisioned it to work when I was reading the actual update, right? Like, it says you can hold alt, but that doesn't seem to work. Like, again, paying 1 silver to tan 1 thin pelt is just not worth it. Not if I'm selling it for 1 silver per. I can check like one of the relic sites and see how it goes, but I think I need a pickaxe, and actually not a copper pickaxe, but not a flint pickaxe, but either copper or iron, probably even iron. Haven't gotten that far yet. So, okay. First, I really want to figure out, because rent is high, right? Like, if I do it and I have to pay upkeep, that's just going to be expensive. I mean, one option I have is at least making like the light armor. So if I make a flint pickaxe and get some malachite and turn that into bronze, maybe that costs 3 silver as well, doesn't it? I just really, I mean, I'll happily do a wild homestead, but like, alt doesn't show me anything. Like, and I can rent access for 1 day. Yes. Access public structures in the homestead. Great. What are public structures? Which are the public structures here? Why won't you tell me? Don't like this. Okay, let's check this. I mean, it attacked me first, okay? I had no choice. Oh, there it is. I already got it. Okay. Again, this is... I want to rent access. If I know what I can use. But, like... It doesn't... Yet not enough silver? Well, no shit, Sherlock. Okay, let's go back to town real quick. I need to refresh my screen. I totally forgot to do that. I mean, I can do that like this, probably. No, we'll at least go onto the road before I start getting killed. I was actually kind of looking forward to this, but like with me being unable to figure out how this rent, not to renting, but to seeing what things I can use when I rent. Like if I can't see it, there's no point in renting. Like I'm not spending hard-earned silver to do that. All right. So I need to heat up. We can do that here. We'll put that one first. Start. Rental visibility management. Players can view nearby rentable structures by holding Alt. Improves visibility management of rental, but no, it doesn't. Control F, rental. Homesteads now allow owners to set a custom rental price. A dedicated button has been added to the Homestead UI for configuring rent. But I understand, but I hold Alt, it shows nothing. You can put that in the patch notes 100 times, but I mean, Alt isn't even bound. Suffice to say, I am a very confusion. No, I should do the... No, let's cook this one. We need to hit... Yeah, I don't see any other indicator of how this works. I'll ask in chat. Because absolutely... Oh, crap, too late. Where's my mouse? This is a foxhole issue as well. Like the white aim point, it just kind of gets lost when snow is there. When there is snow. Which I really like. Why are there two audios like that happening right now? Anvil audio, desktop audio. There we go. Sorry. There we go. It should be better. Should. Not saying it is, but saying it should. So once I have my main screen back, I'll ask in chat, I guess. Let's put a little light on here. There we go. Tad better. All right, we'll go back to town once I get... Oh, main screen is back, I think. Yeah, stop blinking. It is, isn't it? It's like the 5th, 6th stream? It's insane. Yeah, I'm not happy about it either. All right, let's have a look. How to view which workstations are for rent. So hold that. Why is that? What? I was reading, for once, I was reading the patch notes. So here's the thing. I want to stream more, but it's just, generally, it's pretty tough for me to do things on, like, a regular schedule. Like, headache days are a thing that I suffer from relatively often. Like, it's better in summer than it is in winter. Like, it's worse in winter, but, like, in winter, it's 2 to 3 headache days per week. In summer, 1, roughly. And that just makes it very hard to do consistent streaming. And I know from back in the days when I streamed at Twitch, even for myself, it's actually better to keep streaming on a regular schedule because it sort of prepares your brain as well, right? So your brain goes, oh, I stream every whatever Tuesday. So every Tuesday I'll be streaming. And then your brain is just sort of prepared. Even if you have a headache day, you sort of have something to work towards. So that sort of works here. It's headaches from, it's similar, I've been told, to, so it stems from my fibromyalgia. I have fibromyalgia. And that comes with headaches, which is muscle tension headaches. So it's like the pulling on the back of the skull. Like, I have basically narrowed it down to 3 types of headaches that I have. The one that is basically an entire half the world pulling at the back of my skull, which is very, very painful. I mean, they're all painful, but they're all differently painful. I have one where it, like, starts, like, at the edge of my eye, my right eye, and goes to the back of the left back of my skull. Like somebody stabbing something through it. And there is the the tightening headband around the brain. That feels like there is like an iron band around my brain. Let's run back and find some more. Or just build one. So that's like either a belt or or whatever. Like it's just tightening around my brain, and that just. Where's my mouse cursor? There we go. It's just very painful. For a long time, I thought it was sort of migraine. So with most of the headaches, I am more sensitive to light and sounds than I normally am. So I will be lying in like a blackened room for basically the entire day and having some light music and, you know, hoping to get through the day. Anyhow, it doesn't really matter that much. It's just it makes it hard to make consistent streaming a thing because it won't be consistent because the headaches aren't consistent. At least if the headaches were like one day up, one day off, or something similar, I could sort of plan around it, but I just can't. And like I said, if you're not really getting into the groove of that, it's very easy to like let the streaming slip because you'll skip 1 or 2 days. Compare it to like trying to get the habit of, I don't know, wait, why am I going this way? Trying to get into the habit of like going for a run every Monday or something. And you skip one Monday because it's raining hard, and then next week on Monday you're like, do I really want to why? Yeah. No, did I pick up the... Of course I did. Do I really want to, like, be running today, so you skip another Monday, and then you skip too many Mondays, and then you're, fuck this shit, it's never going to be a habit, and it's just, yeah, tough. Yes, it's exactly, that is very well put. It is one skip is... It's the skip towards, we'll never do this again. So maybe... I can do something like a monthly stream. Like, if I pre-plan that and just block that out in my agenda, I'm pretty certain I can do that. But, like, I don't think that the frequency of once a month, for me, will make it more than... just an appointment I have to meet instead of like, oh goodies, I get to stream. Maybe it works. I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, it's the thing. Over the years, I've began to appreciate more and more with YouTube, doing the videos. Right, is the fact that doing videos, like if I feel like editing till 10 in the evening, I can edit till 10 in the evening. If I wake up because the sun is shining in my face at 6 in the morning, which it is. Well, not anymore because it's now 6:10, but no, not even 6:10. But early. Let's just go with early. I can go edit or shoot or whatever, but with streaming, like you can't just skip around with time, not really with timing, because I hardly ever stream very long. Like I used to stream for pretty long times. I don't do that. So yeah, it's I kind of want to, but it's also a lot of hassle, and it's less freedom. Like that's the really beauty of doing YouTube videos. Like if I feel like editing a lot and like things are going nicely, I can edit, like, generally you should roughly count, like, every minute of video cost me around an hour of editing. That's not entirely true, but it's, like, as a rule of thumb, that kind of works. An hour of streaming will cost me an hour. Like, there's no way around it. But if editing things are going okay or nice or fast because, you know, you did your shots well or like you wrote your script well or whatever, you can do things faster. Yeah, that's beautifully said. Let's eat some more. Okay. I'm looking for more homesteads, but I don't find any homesteads. So I might just move back. Okay, let's just heat up. I mean, it's not too tough to make one myself. The problem is the upkeep. Like, homesteads just are expensive, which is fine. It's why I want to rent. But once that is done, we'll just run back, I guess. Yeah. Destroy. We took, of course, we took the ash. I don't need the ash. I just need that. So we're basically still on the same hill that we were yesterday, where it's like it's a bump I need to get over. I think once I find a homestead that has tanning racks that I can rent, I'm gonna be fine. Hello. What was there? Oh, the well can be rented, but yeah, most other things can't be. Okay, now I'm getting sort of the hang of it. Sort of. Yeah, just make sure I have 3... Hey, Skeeters! Used to hate voice messages, but the closer you get to more appreciate the concept of conversation with friends without taking it up my focus in free time. You mean like just speaking a voice message and leaving that for somebody else? And then they respond to that instead of doing that with typing? Is that how I'm looking at that? Like, I never use voice messages, so I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Freezing to death again. Yeah. Well, we'll make another fire pit. So for me, like generally, like talking with friends is just sort of organized, or well, not organized, but it's like when my club first team plays, we'll just meet each other like in the stands and talk to each other. We do summer evening football on Mondays now during the summer break, so I'll talk to them then. Like my best friend, I talk to him like 3 times a year. That's about it, which is fine. Other people I have like actual voice calls with, but those are pre-planned. But I am very used to planning social interactions. That's apparently a very Dutch thing to do. So we're not necessarily from the opinion that spontaneous getting-togethers for, I don't know, beers or coffee or whatever are a good thing. So if I want to like visit my best friend, I'll just like message him and say, hey, what's your vacation looking like this summer? And he says, well, you know, I'm going on vacation from then to then. And I'm like, well, do you have an opening in your agenda in this or that week? And he says yes. And I'll say, all right. How about I'll come visit and I'll be there at about 12. It's like a live stream versus the live interaction is best, but online is scheduled. Yes, so that's a good point. That's the thing I like about live streaming, and I even like more about Twitch than I like about YouTube, to be fair, is the interaction on Twitch seems to be more readily available because people are a bit more talkative on Twitch than they are on YouTube, which is fine. It's just a different thing. Videos don't give me the leeway to really respond live, obviously, which is sad. Sometimes it's nice. On the other hand, it's sometimes just great that I have time to think. And like you can write a script or you can like think about what you want to say instead of just blurting out whatever. You can decide that what you just made is not something you should be publishing, so you just don't publish it. You know, it's there's ups and downs to both. 6. There we go. But yeah, getting schedules to align, it just gets harder and harder the older everybody gets, and then people get married, and, you know, they get, hello. None of these is rentable, are they? Smashing Plate, rental access, so... Brrr. So now I'm stuck with a bunch of thin pelts I can't use. Okay, let's see what else is being asked for. Otherwise, I have to join a house, but I don't feel like joining a house. Really? Yeah, you can do like a premiere. If you do a premiere, it becomes a live stream and you can interact with chat. The thing is, by the time I finish the video, what I usually do is... I release the video and then I go away because I've invested quite a bit of time at that point, and I'm just happy to be, in a sense, be rid of the video, and it's now finally done, and I don't want to be there, not really, where I personally have the chance to realize, oh, I made a mistake there, or I made a mistake there, and I start, like, debating with myself, should I pull it offline, like fix this tiny mistake and re-upload, or should I just let it go? So usually I just, like, I have done my checks. I'm okay with what it is. It's not perfect, but it's good. And I release it and I just go for a walk or whatever, go away for at least 3 or 4 hours generally. Not always, but generally. So in that sense, I don't think a premiere will help that much. If I would take the time to stay around, then sure. But I'm not doing that. So, yeah, this just makes it hard to participate in the whole market thing. Right? Like, a rental is supposed to take care of that, but it's not. So linen, lead ingot, flax seeds, thin pelts, and thick pelts. Well, I want to do the thin pelts. Again, I need... Oh, thin pelts. I can do thin pelts. That's not an issue. Sometimes I'm a bit retardé. Okay, let's grab a cart. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, life getting in the way, mostly. Nobody wants that. All right, so what I can do is open my town keep. Oh, I can fill my hand cart like this. Excellent. Good. Blocked. Oh, there we go. Go to the market, and instead of looking too quickly, we just go here, thin pelts, we say fulfill, we do all 9, confirm, and I should have 9 silver. There we go. So we'll check how well my bronze spear still is. Fix it if we need to. So here's one of those things. I think it's good that he's buying it up, Juice. I like that. It's much appreciated. But, like, thin pelts for 1 and thin leather for 1, that's just not really, like, I don't know. It's tough to balance economies in games, isn't it? All right, let's, I'm not heating up. Damn it. There we go. What's the... Do I have any bounties that I can take? Wolves. I mean, they're easy, is what they say, but don't necessarily agree. 1. Okay, that's still good. What's my knife like? Halfway through. That's good. And I need to put some more stuff away. I need these, definitely, because I can make a fire pit. I don't necessarily... I'll bring an extra flint spear, because I want to be able to defend myself if I, like, accidentally lose, like, my bronze spear, right? It's, the bounty stuff is okay. It's better than the old system where you had, like, the vases and, like, the general farming would give you the occasional silver stream, right? Like, this makes a bit more sense. At least you're doing something in the world that would merit somebody paying you money for. Somewhat. So I like that. It's still hard for solo players and new players to get enough silver to really get started. It all depends on, like, the other players, because you run out of bounties pretty quickly, and the bounties for you personally only refresh every, well, whatever. I don't know what the exact timing is, but yeah, it's not not a lot. I needed a pickaxe, so I need more flint. And if I see a deer, I'll kill it. But it's night, so that's not really a thing right now, I guess. And it's very hard. There's flint. Yes. Flint. Pickaxe. The trade menu is pretty good as well. No, I didn't need more flint. That's not... I have the pickaxe here. freezing to death. Of course I am. Nope, that's not what I wanted. So I'm 2 fitness and 2 ranged combat. My hunting, still not great. Oh. Deer. I missed it. Oh, damn it. I thought I would aim in front and then kill it. That's not smart. It's, if you ask me, it's too much. Well, it's not true. It's not too much. It's too much compared to how easy it is to get warm clothing. Like, if it would be pretty... Even if it costs money, if I can get warm clothing pretty easily, that would be worth it. And something to work towards. But it just isn't at the moment. Which is sad. It's left click. There we go. But we learned to live with it in Foxhole, so we probably can learn to live with it in Anvil as well, right? Was there malachite near here? There is not. It's to the south. So at least there is that, right? Like I can in here you can have warm clothing that you can buy and you're not dependent on, like if you're Collie, you just have worse winter gear than Wardens. But at least like trenches keep you warm. So there's more stuff around, especially on the front line generally, that keeps you warm. Which isn't there here in Anvil. But here in Anvil, it should be a bit easier to get warm clothing. Shoot. Yet. You should always say yet. Planes are in a better place now than they were at the beginning of Airborne. Like, I don't find them nearly as oppressive as they used to be. Especially the scout planes were very oppressive, which is now fine. Hussite war wagons. The Hussites. I'm thinking, is that like... Yeah, I'm not good with like the medieval timeline. So is that close to something like 1200-ish? Hussites, or is that earlier or later? Oh, oh, I increased my hunting, finally. Because I think the goal, as far as I understand it, for Anvil is to have like a semi-European medieval thing that's going from somewhere like a Viking, starting of the Viking age to like 1300, but I might be wrong here. $14.50, so it would like sort of fall in the ant bracket of what the devs are going for, I think. Where's my knife? There's my knife. But I'm not familiar. So, Hussite war wagons. What should I be thinking of? It's not like a chariot, then, right? It's not like with a middle boom to horses and like an archer. Oh, warming up. Let's warm up. That lasted for a whole 1 second. Warming up. All right, let's heat up, and then we go Z and open that. Put some food in here. Do I have bounties yet? No, hasn't rebounded. Do we not have a box with bounties? Let's ask in chat. Do we have a box with bounties near the keep for bounties we can't turn in? So others can use them. Think of an oxen-drawn wagon with wood walls to the side, reinforced with shields or metal, and you had pikes, crossbows, and handgunners on them. Ooh, that I like. Sounds good. If you need bounties, I just dropped them. 3 deer bounties. You're in over here. Yeah. If you need to turn them in, you can use those. Just go to the bounty board, and you can turn them in. Bounty board is over here. But that's so oxen drawn, so it's gonna be slow. But oxen are pretty sturdy pullers, right? So that's nice. Who's pinging me? playing, I can't. So we'll keep hunting for a bit. I guess we just finish most of the... of the order. It's the shuffling of stuff. I see there's being a cartel's being formed for the price of iron. Oh, I needed some malachite, so I can use some of my silver to make bronze ingots, hammer plates, and then get light armor. Often chained together prevent cavalry assault. Think of sturdy Wild West wagons. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, I like that they don't, like, confine themselves too much to a certain time frame. Like, they do, but it's a broad time frame, so they have options. Different options to do different things, which is, I think, a nice thing to be doing. I should be careful to not... freeze to death. So yeah, I'll need to find some warm clothing that should keep me warm a bit longer. Not necessarily that much longer, but at least a bit longer. So here's my dilemma. I like the way how dangerous the outside world is to a solo player. What I both like and dislike is how non-existent that threat is if you're part of a larger group. Like, sure, you will freeze to death, but if you're part of a large group, it's pretty easy to get warm clothing, to get better gear and stuff. So most of the wildlife isn't a problem because you will have good gear to face them off. You will have warm clothes to not die immediately. You have access to easier food. And even though it's somewhat realistic, I would say that, like, organized people are definitely having a big advantage over people who aren't organized. It just makes the solo small group experience so much worse. And currently, even with the renting, I don't feel that streaming in for solo or small groups players into the larger whole is very supple currently. Wait, what? I'm even in the same town? Yeah, but why are you, like, just... Andrew, just quit your job. We can play together. What are you doing? Hey, I did my best, right? Like, I did my part. I'm here. Yeah, you should go. Exactly. You should go pro in Anvil and just make tier 3 iron, no, whatever the best weapons are. You can probably sell them for actual money, which is probably against TOS, but hey, you know, who's going to stop you? That's the advice you needed today. We should never advise people to quit their day job and game for a living unless they're like, I don't know, like actual gaming YouTubers that make a shitload of money doing videos, let's plays, or streaming. Sounds like thinly veiled bombers aren't accessible to solo and small group players. It's I find that different. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
So so in terms of impact, I don't think that warm clothing has that big of an impact as paratrooper planes have, right? It's just the chasm between small and solo groups and large groups, to me, feels too big. Now, if I go to the front line, if there's fighting, I can probably participate pretty easily without contributing logi-wise, but I haven't tested that. So that is the one thing that makes, I think Foxhole in that sense a bit easier. It's easier to join into the logi loop of the entire faction, even with meaningful contributions as a solo. Like, as a solo, if I kind of plan it well, I can quite easily make things that require HE mats or R mats. That's not necessarily an issue. Here, it's just harder, because I think the way to go is through the market, but the market is just... well, the problem with the market right now is that you just don't have the amount of players to make a market system like this work, I feel, personally. Like, a bunch of the orders are just people doing this out of the goodness of their heart, or just trying to keep the faction and solo players alive by putting those in, right? I need 3, so I can make bronze ingot. I need my hammer. My bounties have not rebounded. All right. We'll go here. We'll make that. We'll go to the workbench. And I need for speed. Crude chest armor. No, not the crude. I need to... oh, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. Light chest armor. Oh, that's 2 bronze armor plating. Okay. So I need to hammer this into bronze plate. Yes. Wait, it wasn't done. I thought it was done, because I didn't hear anything. There we go. Now it's done. Your homesteads are right next to my east. Okay. I'll have a look. So that can go there. That's still good. The game is calling me a hoarder, and I am kind of a hoarder. What I like, to be honest, I like the fact that they say this actually relatively quickly. Like, I have about 1/5 left, right? It's not confusing to use right when... Not confusing at all. So it actually warns you before you are over encumbered, where most games just suddenly, like, you stop moving, which is silly. So I like this more. But it's the one thing I learned in all my play sessions in Anvil. I'd rather be running around with a tad too much food than not enough. As we'd say in Dutch, beter mee verlegen dan onverlegen. So, better be embarrassed to have it on you than be embarrassed because you didn't have it on you. Right? That goes to a certain point. You shouldn't be hauling, like, everything you own with you, but... like, I'd rather have a tad too much food with me than not enough. And since I was hunting with the cart anyway, I can just... the pelts aren't the issue, because the pelts go on the cart. If I grab malachite, malachite is just a stackable inside my inventory, which I don't think it should be. Personally, I think it should be a... although it's the only real access to better stuff for most people is malachite, right? Is there anything else? So linen I can't make. Lead ingots I can't make. Flax seeds I can probably find, but not in winter. Maybe I can. We'll keep an eye out for... I'm not even sure if I'm in an area that has flax seeds. Flax seeds. So hammer goes back. Can go back. Food can go back. I need another... yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3. I don't have fibers, which I don't need.
Hey. This is a gift for you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Okay, more hunting. Keep an eye out for flax seeds and eat because I'm almost starving. I do enjoy the ingot, because otherwise I had to make another ingot, because I want to go for the light armor as well. But I'm still trying to run through the solo small group experience and to see, like can I put the actual finger on what feels off? Because I keep saying that it feels off and that I'm like on a hill that I can't quite take, where I don't take off right now, right? Like, you go pretty fast in the beginning, you follow the tutorial things, you are alive, you're not thriving, but you are subsisting. Which is okay, but I don't think is enough, because I don't think... I think... Let me rephrase that. I think currently the bump I am sort of in is the same bump that keeps people from playing Anvil past, like, the 2-hour mark. Or 3-hour mark, or whichever it is. 8. But I'm not sure, like, what is, like, is it the grind that's holding me back? Or is it not necessarily knowing what to grind to get to the next level? I think that's actually more to the point. Like, I feel like I understand that I need to grind to get to further than subsistence. But, like, what should I be grinding right now is the hard part. Yeah, but I don't think it should be like that. I think you should be able to do a decent playthrough solo. Is that... That's not odd, is it? I see a bunny there. Are there more bunnies? Oh, there's a chicken. I didn't necessarily need feathers, but here we are. Okay, we got one of those. We put one of those in. We put those in. There we go. If I can find a other deer, that would be excellent. There's a deer. Like, I don't want to get cocky and say that I nailed how to hit moving targets like deer. Well, slow-moving targets, I should say. But at least I nailed that deer. Yeah, I was afraid it would be running away. So if it all gets a bit... Like, if I get better gear, I'll be taking out wolves, which gives me some more... bounties. I can also make a bow, by the way. I just realized I can make a bow and get the reavers. Where did I see the bunny? I don't see the bunny anymore. There was another bunny around here somewhere. Huh? All right. No bunny. We'll just hunt deer. All right, all right, all right, all right. I mean, logically, there wouldn't be any deer left. Because we hunted them to extinction. But I think Ultima Online showed why, like, having that as a possibility wasn't a great idea, if I remember that correctly. Where they try to have them local. Oh, I need one flint. I don't have flint on me. Damn it. Flint is... Oh, no, here's flint. Let's eat. Get flint. Make knife. Try to not get killed by the bear. I did not get killed by the bear. That's excellent. Yeah, so it feels bad to drop all those bounties. Okay, first warm up, because I'm freezing to death. Once again. All right, we'll deliver this to the town. We'll have a look around for... So we'll hammer one into a plate. It's different. Like, the pace of things in Anvil, and especially the way I play Anvil, the pace is so much slower than it would be in Foxhole. Even doing Logi in Foxhole, I do that, like, with a different aim. Like, currently in Anvil, I'm not... Oh, I misclicked. Currently in Anvil, I'm not really participating in the whole faction thing. Whereas in Foxhole, if you're doing logistics and you just make 4 crates of rifles and 4 crates of rifle ammo and you bring that to frontline, you already participated in what the entire faction is doing. Right now, I'm mostly just trying to get silver so I can subsist. So I don't get, like, the warm, fuzzy feeling that you usually get in Foxhole. Like, oh, I delivered stuff to the front lines. And people, you know, got to play because I delivered shirts, or people got to survive on their base because I brought them weapons, or, you know, they were able to push a bit harder, or whatever it may be. That's not... Anybody in need of bounties? So I don't know. I don't like this better than Foxhole. I like Foxhole better. The potential... Like, I don't see that much change coming to Foxhole anymore. Like, Foxhole is where it's at. We got naval, we got air, we got trenches. Like, what else can they really add now that will make it completely different? Maybe they surprise us. I don't think so. It's gonna be like they build on what they have. They will make things work better. Sure, definitely. Improve all that jazz. But is it really going to be different? No. Do I see potential for change in Anvil? Yes. Like, Anvil has been changing, well, for the entire time I've been part of this, and I've been part of Anvil since the project wasn't Anvil, basically. So I've seen things being iterated upon quite a lot, been scrapped, rebuilt, reworked, relaunched, scrapped again, reworked again, in a different way. They're trying different things. So, for instance, the fact that I really feel that I'm in a rut right now where I can't get over that hill to feel like I'm participating. I don't think this is like a static thing. That will change. They will do their best. They will find possibly a mechanic or a way of dealing with things that can mitigate that and give us the bump over the hill, or a way to participate differently. Or like, I think one part of the solution is the rental thing, which feels more player driven than the old everything can be done in town, which you still can do, but now you need the silver. Okay, I don't see any. We'll do this. Okay, let's heat up first. Ah, there's fiber there. Oh no, I forgot. I wanted to hammer it. So this is the thing that always happens to me, even in Foxhole, by the way, but here more, is I forget what I was doing, get distracted, start doing other things, and I will never end what I actually started out to do. We'll go back to town. We'll sell the pelts we have now. Maybe hunt another deer. Then hammer one plate. Oh, it's spring. There we go. The devs intervened. They heard me whine about winter. So now it's spring. Spring is like a wizard. It's never late nor early. It always arrives precisely when it means to. Let's keep an eye out for that wolf that's hiding in the... Motherfucker's hiding in the bushes. So this makes hunting way less of a inconvenience, because you can stay out. Oh, and I can harvest some... malachite. Yes, I dropped that, because let's be honest, I don't necessarily need it. I have quite a lot of deer meat and stuff. And I want to get to, like, light gear. I'm not sure if light gear is enough to easily kill a wolf. Well, to sustain the attacks of a wolf while you're trying to kill it with a bronze spear is more to the point. But maybe I can get like an iron spear. We'll check the market to see what's available. So, short answer, no, I don't like this more. I like this different. If that makes sense. I did not see that. Crap. Let's eat real quick. That's, by the way, another nice addition. We can finally eat berries without having to cook them. Yes, it gives you very little in a sense of hunger. Or, well, staving off hunger, I should say. But at least it does. We still do not have, to my knowledge, unless they, like, shadow fixed it, have a fire pit recipe for fish. And I think that's bad. That would fix the game. Like, instantly fix everything. Trust me. Fire pit recipe for fish. That's all Anvil is missing. Then it's straight off to early access. Maybe even just full release. You can probably just do full release. Like, you can fish. You can grill your fish in a fire pit that you make next to where you're fishing. I mean, that's... what more do you want? I'm freezing to death. It's spring. All right. We'll go inside real quick. Heat up, I hope. There we go. Heating up. And we're cooling off. Bounty board. I still don't have good bounties, but I can open this, put that in, grab that and a hammer. We'll make a plate in a bit. I don't need the deer antler. Let's warm up. Let's wait like 5 or 10 seconds. Ran into a pillar. Marketplace. So iron tool blades. Reinforced planks, thin pelts. Iron short sword. Bronze ingots for... Like, a bronze ingot for 8 silver is just not worth it, because I can make it. So an iron tool blade is definitely worth it. I'll just buy one so I can make an iron knife. Yes. Yes. Confirm. Inventory does not... Oh! I still have my card. Okay. Confirm. There we go. So first, I need to hammer out. Well, no, not hammer out. I need to not freeze to death. Godiva has to take a rest in a bit. Because I'm... Like, stamina... Well, it's okay. 70%. Sort of. Okay, so what do I need? Oh, it's a repair thing. For a bronze knife. Iron knife is here, right? Iron knife. Iron pickaxe. Iron pickaxe could be worth it as well. Iron knife. Iron tool blade and a wood plank. So I need a plank, which I think I still have. And first... No. I need to check on the light chest armor. 2 bronze armor plates or 2 thin... Okay, so I need 2 thin leather. So I have 2 of those. I don't have thin leather, but I need a blank to get tool blank and then make a iron knife. So we'll do that. Iron knife. Iron knife. Blank. Like an iron hoe, it's like an iron maiden, but like less dignified, I guess. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Kind of like it though. So we'll fix the bronze spear. See, I already... 2 thin pelts, 2 thin pelts, 2 thin pelts. Thin, with TH, not thin as in from Finland. Just so we're all aware. No, I need 6 to make the thin pelts, I think. I don't need the flint knife, but we'll keep the flint knife so that if it breaks, which is kind of good, I guess. Oh, that just frees up a slot, which is not necessarily... This is one of those conundrums I think you run into with any survival game, is you want easily accessible tools, like the flint stuff. The way that Anvil fixed it for now, I think, is a reasonable solution, is if you want animal fat and I think sinew, you need at least a bronze knife. So if you harvest a deer carcass or a boar carcass, you just get less resources, and not all the resources you would get if you have a better knife. Which I think is a good solution, because otherwise, if it's just durability, you just make a gazillion flint knives, or you just make flint knives as you go, is basically what I've been doing, right? Oh, night. Come on, quick, 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 quick. The wolf is coming. Yikes. No, let's grab the last malachite as well. And just make more nails once the wolf is out of the way. Yeah, freezing to death, I thought so. Is there a fire pit around here? There's a fire pit there. Let's go. Let's go! So, mixed bag. But I see still, like I said, I still see progress, so yeah, I think we'll be fine. What did I say? Oh yeah, last malachite. First grab some more sticks. Branches is what they're called. I don't really need to bore meat. So what I can do, but I'm not sure if somebody is in need of that, but I can get harvest exit blocked, damn it. I can harvest finish your fault, Rick. Resin. There we go. Where's the resin? It's on the ground, isn't it? Of course it is on the ground, because 4. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Where's the resin? Hello? Cannot be equipped there. What are you on about? Of course it can. There we go. All right, so somebody might need to resin or want to resin. I don't know what would be a price for resin. No idea. We'll grab more resin. I'm here. Well, I'm freezing to death. Why can't I take the resin? I need to wait. So because my inventory is full, I have to wait till the mesh on top of it despawns. Okay. Because it doesn't open the inventory. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Fire pit, fire pit. I need to be warm. I need to be warm. We could do with fire pit here. That will probably just hamper people's movements. Come on, run, 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 run. I need to heat up. I need to heat up. There we go. Heating up. Resin can go there. Malachite can go here. That's 5. That's not enough, but it doesn't matter. We'll go. Here. Yeah, it's 3 silver for a thin pelt. Pretty expensive. I need fiber. And then I can make the light armor jacket thingy. Let's heat up. So malachite can go there. I don't need the bounty. Goes there. Fiber, 2 fiber, I think. And I need to repair my bronze spear. Guess, and then... Let's find some fiber. I mean, I will need more, because that will just be one piece of the armor. But at least it's something. Fiber. I don't know how much fiber I need. Quite a bit, I think. Three, 2, 1, go. Go here. So helmet, light chest, leg armor. So the question is it easier? Like, it doesn't tell me how much defense I get, right? Like, it could be, no, that's going to be the same. So we'll just go with the light chest armor. There we go. There we go. I need bronze armor plating, 1, so... Yeah, we'll get there, we'll get there. We'll get there, we'll get there, we'll get there. Let's check the market, see if there's anything interesting there. And otherwise, I'll just ask to join a family and finally cave in and just become one of us, one of us, one of us. Lead ingots, thin pelts, limestone, iron sword. It's tempting, but we're not going to do that. Okay. Okay, let's just bring stuff to the town hall. There we go. That goes in here. We keep that. Put that away. This is good. That can go there. We can keep that. That goes here. That goes here. Goes there. Goes there. That goes there. Hammer another bronze plate. That's here. Excuse me. Did I know that the Netherlands is called the Orange because the Oranje 28 division of Colt... What? I'm pretty sure we're called... Well, we use the color orange because our royal house is the House of Orange, so... That's probably the main reason. But hold fast. I don't know. I've always like I've seen many a clip of it, and I've been like on quite a lot of occasions tempted to perhaps get it, and you know. Place order. I want to sell. Price per item 1. I don't know if people want this. If they want it, they can get it. Otherwise, it just goes here. So you you do play hold fast, Marcus. Oh, there is the thingy. Regiment Oranje Nassau, number 20. Yeah, that sounds very Dutch. Oranje Nassau. It does. So I need more thin pelts, and if I can, maybe I should get the short sword. I don't have hold fast. Like I said, I'm always tempted to buy it and never buy it because either I'm gonna like it and I'm gonna spend a lot of time playing it, I fear, or I'm not gonna like it and then, you know, I don't like it. So it's on my maybe list, which is a very large list. Maybe. So thin pelt. If I find more malachite, that would be good. More malachite. More malachite. I don't think torches keep me warm. But yeah, I've seen some very cool shenanigans in Holdfast. Some very questionable shenanigans in Holdfast as well. But, you know, that's online gaming for you. And it seems to be rather successful. I mean, there is some of the old foxhole magic there as well, I think, in the way that playing together works. Yeah. Is what from Soviet Womble? I never watched Soviet Womble. I know he exists, and that's it. So it could be from Soviet Womble, but then I'm not cognizant of it. Which happens. Oh, like that. No. I've just seen multiple videos, or at least in part videos of content creators playing Hold Fast with like silly stuff. Which any MMO tends to have if things go like a bit haywire, not as they're necessarily programmed. It's, what do we call that? Emergent gameplay, don't we? think I screwed that up. Screwed the pooch. I mean, I said I would be joining more with fighting. Maybe I should. But do I want to risk Godiva for that? No. So it's going to be like with an auxiliary avatar, which I don't think is the smartest way of doing it. But maybe. Yeah, the constant switching of tools, if you, like, equip another tool and it basically replaces the tool you had, that's something really to get used to. No. Oh, there is the deer. We'll just go back to town. We'll do all thin leather except one. Shit! I don't. I haven't checked, but it's probably further away. I'll have a look on the map. Hold on. Once I'm back and in a place where I'm not freezing to death. So we'll bring this to the market. We'll keep one, which we turn into leather. Thin leather. Thin belts. 5. Confirm. I mean, it's just keeping me alive by ordering all the thin pelts, to be completely honest. So. Go here. We'll go here. We'll grab that one. Go here. Make that. Go here. Put... Can I open the... Ah, there we go. Yes, I can. All right. Let's stay inside so we're not freezing to death anymore. There we go. Map. Let's see where the fighting is. It's the keep. I'll show you. It's the keep over here. So we're fighting the pagans here. I can go there later. I want to finish this leg armor, but I need some fiber for that. V to open gates. Oh, apparently it's nothing in the south. Okay. Let's go with light leg armor. There we go. And that's more of that. Yeah. Are there even houses I want to join? To the east is where Andrew's homestead is. Apparently. So might be worth asking to join, because they'll probably let me in. Let me in! Yeah, let's station Godiva, I guess. The light armor, yeah, the light armor stays on Godiva because that's the one I need to protect. We'll put Godiva in. Nope. With more of that. Station. There we go. I mean, I could go to Straight Castle and see. What do these mean? Not sure. Wait, we got a... Oh, interesting. So everybody got their own island. Yeah. And if I go Straight Castle... Just to see how things are looking there, right? Should I do that? Let's explore. Let's be... I don't know. Oh, hello. There's a wild ox plot. Interesting. Right. Well, first off, we are going to check what we need for, like, the crude stuff, right? Free relics and boxes. Religious relics. Huh. Interesting. They have boxes here. Why don't we have that in... I'll probably make one. Yeah. That's a good project to be doing. Like bounty boxes. Probably some flint as well. Some branches. We'll have a look. More branches so I can make a fire pit. Excuse me. And then I want to be making... Where's the workbench? It's homesteads. I might need, is it with... Oh, it's only the crude chest armor that needs it. So at least I can make this. Without paying anything, really. Which is good. So we got that going. Then we'll just explore a bit. Make some food first. Flint knife, and I need 3 branches and 2 flint. So once I have flint, I can make a spear. If I have a spear, Probably 2 spears. We can kill things. I mean, you can do it with 1, but that's pain. It's easier to do that with 2. Yeah, it's still that... Huh. I don't know. Should I go there? Let's just... Look at me in my fancy pants. Look at it. Very fancy pants. Oh no, what do I need for a bow? Because a bow is doable as
To
well.
enter hub, I can kill.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, I'm still basically in the same rut that I was before, right? I still don't really know how to contribute. What do I need for arrows? Flint and branches, and more branches. Okay. So we'll just grab a bunch of branches, then a bunch of flint. We'll make a bow. Yeah, because I can't do... That's not true. I can go to the underworld, but the underworld, I tried that last time with, like, the light gear. I got obliterated by bats. So... Yeah, I don't have silver. I don't think... I mean, I could do a relic one. Like, grab a relic here. Use... I cannot. Because there is none here. Okay. Yeah, so... It's good that we're sort of tied to towns. So I have, like, a bond with my town. But it also kind of means that... Like, I can do this just to explore some, but... That's about it. Like, I can't do anything meaningful here right now. Yeah, I'm still not sure. No, I still don't think the onboarding for solo/small groups is good. it's smooth till that first bump, and that first bump is just basically the answer to that bump now is just join a family, and that's not smooth at all because you know nothing about the families. You can only see their homestead. The like what's available for rent is not clear. Now that can be overcome by having a tutorial for that as well, right? That's definitely a possibility, but it's yeah. No. 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 This just happens every time. At least earlier when homesteads were in a sense cheaper, it was easier. You started to homestead, you started your own homestead. It was doable to upkeep the homestead. Would it? Really? Really? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to track back. Just because I can. That would have been the appropriate response, yeah. That's what I realize now. How could you? How? Like, the bar is pretty low, so, you know, it's probably going to be fine. No, so the thing that sort of currently maybe like just joining a fight is still like a way to get into the game relatively easily. But like on the logistics, production, homestead side, I sincerely don't see how this is working for solo small groups right now, past this point. Like, you're basically, okay, I did what I could do, and everything else feels so far out of reach. And it's not, like, very clear, like, what should I be grinding to get somewhere. Yeah, but think of it like this. If you being sacrificed actually, you know, makes flax seeds respawn faster, I'd say that's a sacrifice we're all willing to make. That's a solid Lord Farquaad, isn't it? So yeah, I'm still no, I'm not convinced that like it feels like two separate sort of games at the moment, where one is just plain unreachable for small groups, solo players. Because you start enthusiastically with your homestead, and then you realize that you can't generate enough silver from your bounties, because your bounties lapse and don't respawn is not the correct word. You don't get new bounties quick enough to maintain your homestead easily, which is the point. I get that. Like, the funnel is towards your homestead costs so much that you need to participate in the market to sustain your homestead, so homesteaders aren't like shielded off the faction but actually need faction. That's good. I mean, let's be honest, it would be like that would be a sacrifice. I'll throw anybody on the fire if I could get a fish recipe on the fire pit. I'll sacrifice the whole damn world. I almost forgot. I haven't really talked about it this stream, but I will maintain it is bad that we can't like char fish on a fire pit and have like a shitty one. It's just no, it's not good. It's not good. Anyway, I'm still trying to poke at what is. Well, maybe the biggest question is now, what is the next step after you have a named avatar that has some decent gear that you got from the market? So I participated in the market. I have, not this one, because this is an auxiliary avatar, but I have Godiva, who's been leveling up a bit, has relatively nice gear. But if I look into, I don't know, like doing iron stuff, that's just not easy. I have to go underground. I have to get iron stuff. I need to go to a smashing table, which means I either need a homestead or rent a homestead, which is not easy currently. I'm still not convinced there is a big upside to having pledged to a town. Honestly. So that's 25 silver I use to pledge to the town, but I'm not really sure what it really buys me at the moment. Well, renting a homestead is in the sense that you just click one button if you have enough silver. In that sense, it's easy, definitely. It's pain to figure out which workstations I can use and which ones I can't. So I have to go around to Homestead holding Z to see which ones are rentable. With the upside that I know what most workshops do, but not every player will know. Like, what am I even looking for? What workstations would I like to have access to get further over the bump where I am now? And I'm not clear on what the actual bump is, because I'm not clear what my goal is now. Would having an actual goal make this better? Not necessarily. Like, it would help guide you a bit, but it's just, yeah. So the the beginning tutorials help you on your way to get a named avatar and maybe get some relatively okay gear going. And then you might think, okay, I'll go fight with my named avatar. And then you find out that what you thought was okay gear is horrible gear if you're up against fully leveled characters that have fully leveled gear. And you die, and you lose an avatar that cost you 10 hours of play and grinding and figuring shit out, and they'll just poop out another name. Well, not poop out, but because they're part of a very large family or something, they'll get a new named avatar with good gear relatively easily. Now, the answer to that might be, well, Frick, you can just join a family, but, like, I don't know. I like the idea of the RPG-ish element with the levels. The downside of that is just people that have access to leveled avatars are just going to outcompete the ones that don't very easily. There's no competition whatsoever there. So you're basically being forced into... they're supposed to be an investment. So you either invested a lot of silver in getting a master one that you don't have to level up or not have to level up that much because you bought them with high levels. Or you invested a lot of time in because you bought them as either journeyman or apprentice and you had to level them up quite a lot. That's sort of the tension that is there. That's a tension that is sort of good. The problem is if like I say, like I've been running with Godiva for like 3 hours now. and been doing stuff with Godiva, like hunting and exploring and farming. Oh, well, not farming, mining. But Godiva isn't like doesn't have great stats at the moment. Like got good maximum levels, but I need to level her up for that. Which again is fine. But if I decide like, okay, I have a decent avatar, because this is the thing, right? I don't know how good my avatar is until I pitch it in battle and then find out that my avatar is worth nothing in terms of fighting. And the only way I will find out is because my avatar got killed, well, not instantly, but almost instantly, by the enemy who has a way better avatar. Like Godiva, here, fitness 2 out of 8. Range combat 3 out of 9. Hunting 3 out of 10. So if I feel like this is good, right? I don't know how good this is. Like, I'm new. I've never played. I think, I leveled her up. Ranged combat, 3 out of 9. That seems sort of decent. I can go to a front. Then Godiva gets killed. Well, not killed, incapacitated, because you can bring him back now. But it's still, like, it's an investment of, like, 3 hours. Only to find out that I'll die to a person that has melee combat 9-9. And a tier 3 iron sword and just chops off my head, right? I'm hearing the Queen song as well ever since I saw Lady Godiva in the named avatar panel. So, you and me both, I guess. Just return the goat, Quinn. It's gonna be fine. No, why? Oh, this is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. My favorite Queen song. That really. This is one of those things where you go, oh, that's my favorite song, and then somebody else calls another song, and you're like, ooh, I like that. I think that's my favorite. So it probably switches a bit depending on mood and stuff. Like, I think Who Wants to Live Forever is a great song. We Will Rock You is a great song. They have so many great songs, man. And half of them, I don't even know the titles because I'll probably just can... like, if I hear them, I'm going like, oh, yeah, that's definitely Queen. I know that song, but I don't know... I don't necessarily know the titles. Yeah, we're still... She's still not... fully recovered. If you're into rockabilly, but you also like harder stuff, I can recommend Volbeat. It's a Danish band. Is there anything good here? Nobody wants the crude resin, right? Iron sword, but that's basically the only thing that really is of... Another iron tool blade. Let's see. Maybe I can make an iron pickaxe, but I think that's an axe blade. Peasant metal. That is a very good name for Return to Goat. A tabernes is not metal. Because it's a medieval drum, not really medieval. It's a drum, like a single drum and bagpipe. Yeah, this is an iron axe blade. It's not an iron tool blade. That kind of sucks. Iron spears, iron weapon tip, iron longsword. So iron tool blade is hoe, scythe, iron knife, and that's it, right? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. No. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts on what I think I am missing right now. And I think it's just the fact that I'm not part of a family right now. It's not really holding me back necessarily. Where do we buy rations? Because I might buy some rations. Auxiliary ration supply. All right. Let's help the town. And grab some rations. Stockpile at keeps or camps. Well, there we go. Here's the keep. Open it. Public. There we go. That's 1,000. So this is how we keep our auxiliary avatars, right? Auxiliary avatars fed for 17 minutes and 0 seconds. So there's no point in doing this, I suppose. How do we get more auxiliary avatars? Reggae? I like some reggae. Reggaeton can be good as well. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Very insightful songs. Auxiliary avatars. Where do we get auxiliary avatars? Do they just like respawn? Did I just like get auxiliary rations that didn't make sense? Well, I'm very confusing right now. They generate in towns over time, so there's no point to make auxiliary rations in a town keep because it will make more auxiliary avatars. Thanks, Adam. Yes. Okay. Is this a city builder? Oh, no. You can build cities, but as a group or family or conglomerate of people that are part of the same town, but it generally comes down to like 2 or 3 people that are planning out most of the town, and the rest of the town is either participating in providing raw resources for the build, but like it's not like everybody really gets to build in town. Yes, if I'm part of the town, I can build stuff within it, but to people that are in charge of the town, the Lord, choose in this case. And do we have more lords? No, we only have 1 lord, I think, right? And Churl, yeah. So they can demolish things that are in the way or are not built the way you want. So you don't really have the freedom to build what you want. You can't do a town solo. Not in the way it currently works. It used to be sort of possible way back in the days, but that's not a thing anymore. So it's more of a medieval war simulator with like the whole logistics chain behind it with like we need to make farm raw materials, turn those into materials that can be used to make gear like armor, maces, swords, spears, bows, stuff like that. Yes, cottager rank, because cottager isn't a weird term in Canada. That's more a you problem, it seems. Yeah, I think the argument will be that there are no civilians, but yes. There are civilians. It's a tough one to explain, because there's not, like, besides Foxhole, there is not much I can point to that is similar. Right? What if I just make some food? So hunt some chickens and stuff. Harvest them. And... yeah, so there is... yeah, that's what I mean. There's nothing really to compare it to, right? So we'll make... yeah, we'll just bring Lady Godiva. There we go. Yes, let's bring out Lady Godiva. Still, she didn't recover that much of her stamina. Let's see. Yeah, so this is from the same part of the same development team. It's not just like it's two different development teams, but there is some overlap. But it's from the same studio that does Foxhole, and this is like it is similar to Foxhole, but it is not Foxhole. If that makes sense. Flint, branches, and more fiber. We make a bow and arrows. Then we'll go hunt some stuff. Because that will also increase my... wait, I can make throwing axes. I've never used those. Probably for good reasons. Okay, so you don't want to be running around with too many arrows. That's good. That's good. I like that. One. That's that. That's that. Put it away. But to civilian, like the logistics life is different in Anvil than it is in Foxhole. You know what I forgot? A knife. I can make one. So it has a bit more survival elements because there's hunger and stamina is influenced by... so stamina, it just goes down the more you do. Let's see if I can get an angle where I can see it. So if my hunger... no, that's not true anymore. So if I do stuff over the course of a play session, my stamina bar will get smaller and smaller. To regain stamina, I have to station this current skin suit that I'm wearing into this town keep where it needs to rest, and that will restore stamina. Now, every action does use stamina as well, but that replenishes very quickly. It's like the everyday, like, oh, you did something, you're a bit out of breath, and now you're good again. But there is like you have energy for so much of a day, and then you just need to have your avatar rest. It's as easy as that, and then you either need to grab another avatar or... hello. Okay, so currently I'm looking for small game. So rabbits and chickens. I saw one there. I mean, let's bring it, but don't really need it. I need some fiber so I can cook. Fiber. So you need to do things like cook, which is definitely not a thing in Foxhole. Weather is a bit more oppressive, I think, than it is in Foxhole, because in Foxhole there's like a lot of trenches and stuff that you can just go in to hide from the cold. That's like, sure, you can build a fire pit very easily. That's the upside in Anvil, but you need to run around with the tools or with the stuff to make it, which is a bit annoying. It also just makes expeditions during winter time a bit more annoying. There's NPCs, which is definitely not something that Foxhole has. So there are NPC animals like the chickens and the rabbits and the wolves and the deer and the boar and the bears. But there are also humanoid ones. There is it plate armor? There is heavy armor, but I don't think it's plate armor. I might be wrong, though. I don't think I can really see what it looks like if I don't have it made and I can zoom in. But let's have a look anyway. If we can see it in the workbench, advanced workbench, that is. Where are all its plate armor? Let's have a look. Advanced workbench. Reinforced chest armor and heavy chest armor. I mean, I can't really make out the... I mean, it looks plate-ish like. Not like full-on plate armor, but yeah. Okay, let's just hunt some more. And just stock up on small game. And then I'll be hopping off in not too long, actually. Looking for rabbits. webbits. The curse of the were-webbit. Rabbits are very hard to spot anyway, but like during winter, jeez. Chicken. Yeah, this is not something like rabbits is during the night in winter is not something I'll see in like one glance. Absolutely not. So I think one of the issues is right now I don't really know what I want to be, because quite a lot of consecutive updates have killed the dream of being a fisherman. A fisherman is just not worth it currently. Like, you don't get enough fish quick enough to make it worth your while to do. It's only if you really like the game mechanic of fishing, which is not a very involved game mechanic currently, so I hope they will do something about that, but yeah, no, that got sort of killed. Farmer sounds like something that would be kind of nice, but requires a lot of investment, not only time, but like upkeep-wise, because you need to have an outside homestead. Now, you can rent that, but like if you have an outside homestead, I don't think you will be renting out your fields. You'll be working your fields yourself. So that's a no-go. Hunter is basically what I am now, but I still haven't found a homestead where I can mass tan thin leather. So I'm basically selling the thin leather, which is fine. Like, I don't necessarily mind, but that's not, like, going very fast, because Juice is very nice. He puts in orders for thin pelts at, like, 1 silver per pelt, which is a reasonable price, but that takes quite a lot of work to get, because you need to kill the deer, harvest the deer, and then get the pelts back, and you're probably running around with a cart. That's how I did it before. That's just a lot of work. So then you end up basically in the mines where you can get iron. And that's the way to go then, I fear. But those are all not really prospects that draw me in. Like, still, for a while I had to dream of being like a vagabond that just like trekked through the wilderness. That is still sort of a possibility, but I don't think there is enough there gameplay-wise, because you can make a fire pit and, you know, you can roast a chicken, or you can roast berries, or, like, kill, perhaps, like a deer or so, and just get some basic gear in a town. But it's not... Like, you can't just build a little homestead, because homesteads are expensive, is basically what... And that's fine. But that makes it hard to figure out, like, what I want. So Do I want to be a soldier? Maybe, but like I'm still not sure how easy it is to become a soldier without like using auxiliary avatars like there's no tomorrow. Or training up or buying a named avatar to go fight and then run the risk of having them die very quickly. So I'm trying to just figure out in my brain like what's next. What's the thing that I want? What is it? What are your aspirations, Frick? Where do you see yourself in 2 seasons in Anvil? That's the question you should be asking. Right? Do you have a passion for hunting? Is that really what you're willing to be doing the rest of this age? And to that, the answer is probably not, but I don't know what else. And the answer is going to come, I think, in the form of joining a family. I think it's just where it is. Families have role. I mean, yes, because you have. So at the front line, there will definitely be roles. The one that's really lacking right now, I'd say, is the medic role. Like there is no medic equivalent. That would be, I think, it would be great because that's. In Foxhole, that's a relatively impactful role that is very easy to get into as a new player. Let's go to the weapons. I'll show you. We have a lot of different types of weapons that serve different roles. So you have the short bow and the long bow. Well, that's the difference. Well, quite obviously is just distance. They come with different arrows, so they make different types of damage. You got the broad axe, as you can see, that's used to break shields. So if people have shields and they make a shield wall, they get sort of like cover in Foxhole. You get extra damage mitigation in a sense. So you'll be more resilient in the face of attacks from other people. But if somebody with an iron broadaxe is like smashing into your shields, you lose shield wall. There is the iron mace. That so yeah, significantly reduces enemy stability on impact. That just means that they're open for attack longer. So it's not a very fast weapon, but if you smack somebody with the mace, that means that other people have a chance to attack them because they're off balance, which means they're basically open for attack. There are swords and long swords. There's iron spears, which you can throw. There's javelins, which is also a throwable one, but it's light and can be used from horseback, so that's easy. Iron axe is a tool. This is not a weapon. There are yeah, there we go. Iron shields, and we have crude shields, iron shields, and charges, I think. Throwing axes, which are basically like a secondary, like the pitch gun. Oil flasks is used to burn stuff down. The same is true for burning oil, but that's thrown off the walls. And then here we have like the reinforced chest armor and the heavy chest armor. And like, if for instance, if you have a bow, you can't equip heavy armor. Or the other way around, if you have heavy armor, you can't use a bow. There's ancient shields, there's superior spears, fine swords, superior short swords, masterwork, fine. These are just like better stats in a sense. So in that sense, you do have different roles. You also have most families have like different roles as well, where there's somebody here, it's Jews that just keeps coming to the marketplace and is putting in orders for things like thin pelts. And is just making massive amounts of leather because they have a homestead with a lot of tanning racks. So if we go here, so that's all juice. Flaxseed is juice. The thick pelts is juice as well. So, yeah. So so families will split up, like, who's doing, I don't know, like the farming, who's doing the blacksmithing or the main part of the blacksmithing, and who's doing the cooking or with the bulk of the cooking. But like I said, I think the one thing that we're missing, well, not the one thing, because the one thing we're missing is a fish recipe for in the fire pit. But a thing that we're missing is a form of medic. Because right now, basically, healing is a byproduct of eating. So if you eat, you get, like, health recovery. But there is no real, like, an herb master that's, like, doing salves and ointments and bandages and God knows what. But I think that would be nice, personally. Because it is... at least that's how I see it in Foxhole. It's for the people that don't necessarily feel like they're good at fighting, but they want to join the front line. It is something you can do. You could probably become bowman, but you're better off as a bowman to have a named avatar with high ranged combat. Because you can't really do that with well, you can do it with an auxiliary avatar, but that's not really going to be worth it. So... So that. There will be combat engineers, I suppose, because there's things like spikes and stuff like that. So there's that. There will be semi-dedicated crews for siege weapons. Because doing the ram or, like, the catapults, the operation of that is, I think, is a way they did it very interestingly. Interestingly here. Like, I don't know if you've seen it. I think you've seen it, right? Like, on the ram, you have 4 people, 2 on each side, and they have to move in unison to make the ram move. And if you want to turn it, you have to have the people on the right push forward and the people on the left push backwards, or vice versa. And in the beginning, like, families just all work together and chop a gazillion trees and make their homesteads and just get, like, bounties in so they have silver. And once they have enough silver... I saw a rabbit. Where is it? There it is. It's just... it's speeding up things so much. Because doing things solo or even with a small group, what you run into is that you spend quite a lot, like quite a large percentage of your time making food and making sure that you don't freeze to death. But if you do it with a large group, you just have 1 or 2 people, like, cooking a lot. So that, like, cooking is not a chore that you have to do on the side quite a lot, but you only have to do it, like, maybe in the very beginning for yourself, but after that, it's just something that you can do in your family. Which is, again, that's the upside. I get that. Of being in a family or in a large group, but... it's not... if you have a group of 10 people, they are, in percentage-wise, not spending the same amount of time, not even with a dedicated cook, making food for the entire group that you would as a solo. Because as a solo, you're trying to do everything, right? So if I'm cooking, when I'm cooking, I can't be chopping trees. If I'm chopping trees, I can't be cooking. You can sort of try to juggle that a bit. And you sort of can, but it will never be as efficient as a large group can be. And you will just, like, the large group will just outpace you very quickly. And that gets me to where we are and where we have been since yesterday, basically. In my, as far as my play session goes, is we're on a hill that we can't really climb now. Like, maybe if I have actual better gear and I feel confident taking on wolves pretty easily, and then I feel confident going into the underworld, then things might actually pick up, because then I can be like getting iron and things like that. But we're not there. So. But hey, that's part of pre-alpha. Or alpha, or early access. I mean, currently pre-alpha, but, you know, is trying to poke at, you know, systems and see how they interact and do they work for you. Because there is the possibility, right, that that Anvil, how it will turn out to be, might just simply not be for me. I will be sad, because I've invested quite a lot of time into Anvil from beginning of the project, and but it is what it is. Like, they have an idea of what they want Anvil to be. It's quite organic the way it grows currently. As in, like, game mechanics come from, like, testing and figuring out why things work or don't work and feedback of the community. So there is no, like, real set-in-stone plan of how Anvil Empires should exactly look. Same as Foxhole. Foxhole was quite a lot of, let's explore where this will end. We have an idea of what we want. Massive war with logistics, but yeah. Yeah, a lot of things changed quickly here, but that's how Foxhole used to be in the beginning as well. It's just at a certain point that you get, like, the grander picture in your brain, and the developers will have the grander picture of, like, this is where we're going. We're now more like steering a bit left and right to keep us on track, but we're not wildly driving around in the hopes of finding a new vista. And that's basically what you're doing. You're like, currently we're sort of in the phase in between, I'd say. Like, we found a nice area with Anvil where we sort of want to be. It looks good, but we're looking for, like, the best possible view. And once we have the best possible view, that's where things will be built up, really. And that might take a while. Or not. I mean, this is just ranged combat practice. Okay. Yeah, so I like that they're willing to throw away game mechanics, restart game mechanics, rethink game mechanics, do things differently. Sometimes it just means that ideas that I liked are not going to end up as a game mechanic, or at least not anytime soon. It's not too bad, but I will, like, this is my main issue, has been this for quite a while, is there is this bump from initial getting into the game, which is fine. But after, like, 2 or 3 hours of playtime, you're done. Like, what are you going to do next? Yeah, so some of the systems really have been crystallized out from where they were. So they've just been refining that more and more. Like, the Avatar system is in a way better place than it used to be. I still don't feel it's too intuitive. I still think there's some kinks that need to be worked out, but overall, like, the way with the levels and the named avatars, and that you can, like, if you pay more money for an avatar, you don't have to level it up that much. You basically get a pre-leveled character. That's interesting. could require some tweaking the way how it plays off like auxiliary avatars in a fight. I'm not sure how that's going to pay off, but yeah. For now, yeah. The combat changes I haven't really tested out, but I hardly ever really fight in Anvil because I usually have left to test because I keep running. Again, I keep running in this problem where like I get into Anvil a bit and then I feel like there is a massive bump that I can't get over and I don't feel ready to start fighting yet. So, yeah. And maybe one day I'll just cave and, you know. Finally go for a family. I should probably do that. But that will be for another session because this is going to be the end of my session today. It's a good time to hop off. So we'll put some of that away. We grab that, put that in, that. Well, that doesn't have to go here. That can go here and then can be dropped. That can go. Yeah, so, but the caves are, like, there was a time where the caves were okay. The caves are pretty scary right now. Bats are pretty hard to see. They attack pretty hard. And the thing is, what you want, generally, I'd say, is use your named avatar in the underworld to mine things, because that will, like, make mining easier, because you will have mining stats that are higher. You will get better gear, but there is the fear of dying. Last test, when I entered the underworld, there was a stone wolf, or whatever the underworld wolf is, like sort of not right at the gate, but like within like 5 meters, which just meant that you don't just go in whistling hey ho, it's off to work we go, right? Like you get into the underworld and the first thing you get is like the jump scare of like, oh fuck, there's a wolf there. Which is, I don't think is good. It should probably be a ramping up thing, where like the deeper you go, the scarier it gets. Maybe that's the point, and maybe it was a bug, or there was another reason there was a wolf there. But yeah, it's it was odd. I got killed by bats, and I didn't like that because bats are tough to fight solo. There again, I think if you have good gear, which is easy attainable if you're in a family, it's going to be, because this is the thing, like good gear and good levels mitigate most normal wildlife, right? Like bears are tough for a reason, but wolves are perfectly doable with like good gear. It's not an issue if you run into them solo. With the gear I have right now, I can take on a wolf, but it's not going to be something that I'll just choose to do. It's something I either plan to do or something I try to avoid because I'm wary that I might actually like lose my named avatar. So I think there is a balance to be struck there. But yeah, maybe if I get over the bump to get into the underworld, that will like speed things up, because then I get iron, and with iron you get better tools and better gear. But right now, I think the hope is that tomorrow I will finish the edit of my upcoming Foxhole tutorial video, which will go then hopefully live for members tomorrow, but that's kind of maybe. Which means that if that goes well, I will be playing Anvil tomorrow as well. So named avatars currently, if you sort of die, they are incapacitated and you can bring them back to the keep to recover. I'm not sure how long they can how long they can stay incapacitated out in the wild. But you can basically, they're incapacitated, you can carry them over the shoulder back to a keep, position them in the keep, make sure that they have food, and then they should recover over time. That's what I remember from last time. It didn't work well, or I didn't understand the system, probably the last thing. But it's not like it's not a dusted and done as soon as your avatar basically doesn't have health, right? And this would have been something that normally I would be testing in a dev branch, but like if I do draft branch on Anvil, I don't have time to do foxhole stuff, so it's tough. Yeah, so you respawn as an auxiliary, and either somebody on your team just carries your avatar back, which is a possibility if they're near you, or you grab them yourself. But that means you have an auxiliary avatar that has no levels, doesn't have gear, and you might have gear in storage and you might not have gear in storage. But if you don't have gear in storage, you're basically running a naked guy back to recover your body in a potentially dangerous area. So you might get to loop that survival games have. You die, you need to get back to get your stuff. You run back, you die on the way there, and you keep doing that. And then at a certain point, you just give up and go, okay, that's just all lost. There's that. Anyway, that's what I did for today. I will be doing for today. Like I said, tomorrow, hopefully I get my edit done pretty quickly. And in that case, I will be streaming in the evening, assuming that, like, physically everything is right. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.